Hey guys, what's up? My name is Hanger Banjo. We're continuing our blind playthrough for Chrono Trigger here, and we're currently slowly making our way through the Black Omen. And right now I'm feeling like the Black Omen is really the end game scenario. Based on everything we've experienced so far in this little dungeon, it really does kind of have that, this is the end of things kind of vibe to the game, especially with the description that Gaspar gave us. I wasn't sure if we were just going to hop in here or if we could figure out what he was talking about when he was talking about other stuff that we could take care of. But like I said, we brought Chrono back. Magus has joined our party. Now we're able to go fight, not Magus, but Lavos whenever we want. We could just jump straight into that fight, or we can climb through here. It looks like every character has a side quest. I wonder if we're still going to be able to do those side quests, or if we literally just kind of locked ourselves into that end game scenario. I don't know. Obviously, we could probably just turn around and walk out of this place and just leave. That does seem like a viable option, but just imagine how frustrating that would be, having to climb all the way back through, with all these fights that we've been going through so far in this entire dungeon, which has felt like a lot. It feels like we've had a lot of encounters and fights so far in this little section alone. Not this section alone, but this early portion of this section of this dungeon, it's overwhelming. I don't want to be that guy who has to go all the way back out because I'm either under-leveled or because I missed some important details. I don't want to have to do that. That would be really embarrassing as a whole to have to do that. The nice thing is there's a lot of chests in this dungeon. I don't know if they're going to be really useful stuff, but that's a lot of chests. Now, I know this game does have a New Game Plus feature. Since, like I said before, there's 13 different endings in this game. 13 different endings. That's insane. 13 different endings, especially for a Super Nintendo era game. That's just ludicrous. That really is, if you think about it. Like, 13 different endings back in 1995 seems like a lot. A lot of games these days can only have one ending, maybe two. Nothing really more than that, which is just as insane if we think about it. And we're gonna just kind of see what happens. I really do feel like we're probably gonna get the basic ending here. I don't know anything about this game going into it. I don't know, how to get better endings or anything like that. So if we get the basic ending, it's gonna be fine by me. This isn't like, no, we just died. We just got owned. Well, this is definitely embarrassing. So the game takes us back. Well, the nice thing here is the game's bookmarked. We're kind of bookmarked to our entrance into this room, so we do know that if we do die, the game we can load that bookmark. It's not a save that we created, which is great, but now we gotta kind of have to be really careful with this fight. I don't want to die again, because that'd be pretty embarrassing. I don't like dying in the first place. I said we're just gonna boom, wail on it. There we go. We got through that fight without dying this time. I don't feel good about myself. Which is fantastic. I don't like the idea of, oh, did we trigger? We triggered another fight. Okay. I don't know how we keep triggering all these fights, but it seems to be the name of the game here, is triggering triggering all these fights in here. And these guys are going to be a bit tougher than the snakes, but the snakes hit harder. I don't like that it steals our MP. I really value MP in this game, more so than maybe some other games. I feel like MP is like the end-all, be-all, because we use that MP, we use those magic skills for I don't want to say so long, but so often. Using those over anything else. But, like I said, our whole ultimate goal is to find our way out of here and not look like an idiot doing so. Like I said, I really do feel like we're reaching that end point of this game. I don't know how big this dungeon is. I don't even know if we're at the halfway point. I don't know if we're at the quarter point, a third point. I don't know. Like I said, the only thing I know is that this is definitely, like I said, this is we have the feeling that this could be near the end, and that's all we know. Because I know this isn't a long game. We've put a fair amount of time into this game. There are some games where you could probably play, you blow right through them without really having a second thought. I know a lot of games are shorter, but this is probably going to be one of the shortest RPGs I've ever played, or at least I've played in recent years. If we ever played Golden Sun, that one might actually be shorter than this. Mainly because it's a Game Boy Advance game. This being an old school Super Nintendo game, 20-30 hours is actually really good. A great run, actually. And you know what's funny is that, you know, we're playing these games now, you know, going from like games like Persona to Chrono Trigger to, you know, other titles in that vein. When you're younger, when you're, you know, you're a kid and you're playing video games, you don't like games like this. This is not a type of game you would like because there's a lot more, I don't want to say thinking or strategy to it. It doesn't feel as interactive. You know what I'm saying? When you're younger, you'd probably rather play a game like, if you want to play a game anything like this, maybe The Witcher, where you're doing more controlling, you're doing more stuff. It's more interactive for you. This does require, I guess we could say, more along the lines of you have to think and, you know, kind of come up with strategy. So to a certain extent, as a kid, I hated that. I hated that growing up. Like, I did not like it at all. Like, it was one thing to occasionally play a game like this because, you know, it looked interesting. But when I was younger, it was mostly, you know, more action-oriented titles. I took chances every once in a while on games like this, mainly Golden Sun, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, Dragon Quest VIII, you know, the Final Fantasy games, Final Fantasy X. Games like that were games that I would take, you know, a shot on, but I would never have played Chrono Trigger on a Super Nintendo when I was younger because it wasn't, you know, my thing. It wasn't my kind of thing when I was younger. I did play Super Mario RPG, Legend of 7 Stars. I love that. I don't know why I would never have given a game like this a chance, though. It makes me feel like a total idiot, you know what I mean? Because you get older, you appreciate different things, and that's something that, you know, I realize now. As for playing, a game like Chrono Trigger, and I thought we were actually further than we were. I thought we were at the end of the dungeon because we had the save point, we had the news standing there. It looks like we're not. We might be maybe around the halfway point. Maybe not. I don't know. But we do have this thing that looks like something we've already fought in this game. We have to fight it again. I don't know if there's like a legitimate strategy to fighting this thing. We're gonna find out though. Gonna kind of slowly. There we go. That didn't take that long. When I first started this game, I wanted to reach level 99. I thought, hey, if we reach level 99, we shouldn't have that hard of a time getting through this game. But now that we're, you know, at this point in the game, we don't really need to be at level 99. It's not somewhere we need to be in this game. We might need to reach level 65, you know, somewhere around there and be okay, which is the average place for you to reach in an RPG in terms of levels. You would probably be fine hitting, like, you know, upper 80s at, you know, some games. A game like Persona 4, we need to be at like level 90 to beat that game, which is fine. If a game has great combat, a great combat system, battle system, I will happily oblige, sit there and grind out all, you know, hours at a time. I could spend a whole night grinding in, you know, Persona 4. I could literally spend the entire night doing that, and I won't even like have a problem doing it. Like, it's just something I enjoy. In this, I don't hate the battle system. I like the battle system. It's a pretty simple and straightforward battle system. It's not something I could see myself literally sitting there all night trying to grind out a level, you know, because there are enemies in the game that are insanely frustrating for me to fight, like those robot guys or anything that does any kind of damage that halves your HP. If you have my HP, we're gonna have problems. That is a guaranteed fact. I don't like my HP being halved, and especially since I'm like OCD about my HP as well. I'm insanely OCD about it. I need my HP to be pretty much full after every single fight. That is me in a nutshell. I need to have full HP, and we've been doing. You guys have seen that throughout the entire playthrough. As we, after fight after fight after fight after fight, we're refilling our HP. Because I'm crazy about that. That is like something, it's just a little insanity thing where we want to have our HP at its max. And right now, like I said, this dungeon does feel pretty long. I don't think we've ever actually spent, you know, an insanely long time in these kind of dungeons. I feel like this game as a whole, its dungeon crawling elements don't feel as long or as intense or as hard. And that's a blessing and a curse at the same time for this game. Of course, you know, we have a dead Chrono now. That's not a good thing. Chrono being dead is a bad thing. But like I said, we're going to be able to heal ourselves back up. Having to navigate all these menus, holy cow, is that, like, annoying. And we're just slowly getting through here. We're getting a lot of redundant, I don't want to say redundant and repetitive enemy encounters, because that's kind of what it is. They do, the nice thing about this game though is that a lot of the enemy fights that we have, while we get a lot of the same enemies in same areas, we're not going to see the same enemy like, you know, 5, 6, 7 times in like all these different areas. So each enemy is kind of, to an extent, exclusive to the area we're in. And I just have a bad feeling with this fight. They're already having my HP, which is never a good sign. And now they're sapping away. They're really quickly sapping away all my stuff here. Yeah, these guys are really just like hitting me hard. I'm not going to be surprised if I end this fight and one of my party members is dead. Of course, I speak too soon because Magus is already dead. Magus is already dead, so I wouldn't be surprised if Chrono or Marl end up dead as well. Nothing really would surprise me at this point. These guys just hit so hard. It's like I kind of want to laugh. And I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of getting like slaughtered. We're gonna bring back our good buddy Magus. I'm sure that's gonna blow up in our faces too. You know, we bring Magus back from the dead. We're probably gonna die ourselves. You know, we're gonna live a great time. We're gonna have the best of times. And this fight really does, like I said, is driving me absolutely crazy. And we're really just so slowly getting through this. This here. We got rid of one of them. And like I said, you guys see that our HP started at 118. We're now down to 59 HP for Chrono. So, at this point, I don't know if healing him is going to be the best idea in this fight. We're going to do it anyway, because we're stupid. But, these guys should be almost done. And yeah, like I said, our party members keep dropping dead. I feel like we're gonna struggle here, unless, you know, the boss near the end of the game. These might be the toughest enemies in this dungeon here, which I'm hoping is a fact. He's still alive. Oh my god. At least his attacks aren't doing too much damage to some of these characters. It's him doing the halves and, you know, some of his other moves that are really just kind of irritating me. This is a very long fight. And he won't just die. Holy cow. And there we go. We finally beat this guy. This fight's over. We're done. And I think we're getting the message here that we are under-leveled right now. And we're level 50! Most of our party is level 50 at this point, and we feel like we're under-leveled. That, to me, is not a good sign, and we can't avoid this fight. This feels like it's going to be a lot harder than you think it is, but in reality, we got to take out the two big guys, and the other 4 guys are going to kind of run away. So right now, it's one of those situations where I'm sitting here, and I'm really kind of wondering if this is something that I need to kind of turn around, leave the dungeon, go forward a bit, and just kind of grind out a little bit of levels. Get myself in a comfortable area, because this game has no difficulty. There's no difficulty, you know, changes, so it's not like we're playing the game on easy. We're not playing the game on very hard. This game did not have an option to choose a difficulty, which is another thing I enjoy about RPGs, is that you don't have to worry about, you know, selecting the level of difficulty you want to play at. You play at the set difficulty, and that's that. The challenge is you being able to do all the tasks in the game on, you know, and beat the game however you were able to beat the game. With this, like I said, I'm feeling a little underleveled right now, but we'll find out in a little bit. At times I'm feeling underleveled, in part because we are when we fight certain enemies, and other times I feel overpowered because we're going through these enemies like boom, 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 boom really fast. I don't know what the recommended level is for this portion of the game. If you guys have played the game before and you know what their suggested level is, let me know down in the comment section. I'm curious to see if you guys have played this game. What level were you guys when you finished the game? I'm really curious because a lot of people are saying level 50 is a good shot, a good chance to finish the game. A lot of people are saying, no, dude, you need to be at least like level 60. I'm really curious to see what the overall thought process is of where you need to be when you beat this game. We recently added another game to our library here on the PC, and I'm looking forward to actually playing that. I'm curious to see what it's like. It's been in my suggested list, so we'll get to. We might put that up here. It's a newer game. I like having the ability now to play games on a PlayStation and PC, and it really kind of opens the door to other titles. The interesting thing is a lot of people are very kind of narrow-minded to an extent about, you know, where they play their games. You're either an Xbox person or a PC person or a PlayStation person, a Nintendo person. You can't be anything other than one or the other. So like if you're I feel like if we're gonna talk about like people who play Nintendo obviously aren't usually going to be playing Nintendo as their main console. You might have a PC and use your Nintendo as a side piece, sort of, so to speak. But having a PC like this kind of allows me to play games like this because they're not on the PlayStation, or they're not. We don't have the ability to play a game like this on a PlayStation 4 or 5 right now, and that's fine. Using the PC to play more, games that aren't going to be on the PlayStation 5, even Xbox games, because you have the Game Pass now. A lot of Xbox games are going to be on the PC, thanks to Game Pass or whatever it is. And that's actually pretty sweet, if you ask me. I like that. I'm obviously more of a PlayStation gamer. Most of my stuff is I'm more PlayStation, a bigger PlayStation person than anything else. But having a PC that works again, and oh my God, those things are ugly as sin. Holy cow! It's like they were left in the microwave too long. Like, who left them in the microwave that long? The nice thing is our Luminaire move just wiped out that entire party. And usually Luminaire, like I said, it takes a lot more of our magic points away. We still have some. We should be able to do Luminaire maybe one more time. Can't guarantee it. And this is an interesting little situation here. It's not really a puzzle. As much as it is a puzzle because we have to figure out where we're going. But I'm trying to avoid this encounter. We don't have a lot of MP left. Looks like we're not going to fight them. That makes me feel good. We do get some chests, though, which is fantastic. I like how this dungeon does have a lot of these chests just scattered around. Like, I got some chests here. You can open them. They got good stuff in it. Save point. We must be getting somewhere important. We must definitely be getting close. I don't know where. I don't want to say, oh, we're getting near the boss, because I feel like maybe we've reached the halfway point here. Maybe we haven't. I haven't quite figured out if that's where we are yet. If we're at the halfway point, or if we're just kind of at a point where we're a little bit further in the game. That's a lot of colors. Oh, what do you know? It's another mutant thing. So we obviously have made some great progress in the game. Kind of hoping to see what's going on here. This is a I do have to say I do love the soundtrack in this game. A game has to have a good soundtrack. That is tantamount to game design 101, especially in an RPG. You have to have a great score. And this game, even though it's kind of limited in terms of, musically what it can do, it still is fantastic. It's bloody brilliant. Trying to get through this encounter without dying. And it looks like this top half here is not really good against... It's strong against physical attacks. It's very strong against physical attacks, the Giga Mutant here. I'm curious if magic will do much. I don't know why we're using Luminaire, but we're using Luminaire. I think it's an increase in damage. Yeah, that hit the spot, guys. That hit the spot great. Wiping out that thing using our... magic here, our strong magic. So we got a lot of gold there. The next question is, I guess we continue our way up. I have no idea how far in here we are. I have no idea how much further we have to go. I'd like to think we're probably getting closer to that end game scenario than I thought. I don't know. Like I said, oh thank God, I am so grateful. I thought that elevator was going to give us more of those, like, you know, giant robot things, but it didn't, which is great. One thing I do wish the game kind of had an item for, which was the an instant teleportation item that'll take us out of a dungeon. I know some games do that. Persona has the go homes. Another game has escape gates, stuff like that, where it takes you back to the entrance of the dungeon. I kind of wish this game had it. I don't know if those were items that were kind of invented after the fact that the game came out, which wouldn't surprise me if that was the case, that these kind of things were new after this game. Oh, not more of these guys. So it looks like we're probably gonna get screwed here. I have this bad feeling. These guys hit hard, and if we could get out of this fight alive, I'd be very grateful. Please, please don't. Oh my God, the magic healed them. At least the electric, the light magic healed them. You gotta be kidding me. This is bananas. Alright. We're gonna have to figure out a new way to beat them. I thought Luminaire would be like, boom. Take that, get out of here, get out of my house, get out of the kitchen, you know, get out of everywhere. Nah, it just said, here you go. Here's 1,600 health points back. I don't care. Take it. Get out of my face. I don't like that. That is not something I like. We're still kind of working our way through this fight here. I feel like we're probably going to lose here. That's probably going to wipe us out. And we're going to have to get mentally prepared to do this fight again. And I don't know if I can do that. I don't feel like this is something that I could easily just go back and do it again. Okay, so we got rid of one of them. Let's see if we can get rid of the second one. It's possible the second guy is going to just wipe us out and obliterate us like nobody's business. That being said, I don't really know. But I have this feeling in the pit of my stomach that's what's going to happen. We'll find out, though. We will definitely find out. And it's kind of, I kind of expect it at this point in time. Nope, he's not dead. He's still alive. I thought that move was going to actually kill him. We did a lot of damage, and now Magus is down. Chrono's almost gone. We got it. We got him. We got him. Yes. I love how these guys really get me really hardcore, like anxious and nervous at the same time. Mostly because these fights are so hard. But we did it. We beat them. I don't know how much longer we have left in this dungeon, but we got another fight coming up. Another fight? How hard do you think these guys are going to be? Do you think we can one-hit kill them? I don't think we can one-hit kill him, but we'll see what happens here. The Blabber Hulk. And there's still a lot of damage there, which looks good for us, but those they counter me. So let's see if we can wipe them out here real quick. We just gave them back all the health we took away from them. Oh my gosh. Things are not looking good for us right now, guys. Definitely not looking good for us at all. Because that move that Magus did healed them. Now it feels like, yep, it's down to just Robo. It's pretty much over. I think we're going to lose this fight. I think this is going to be a great playlist for Skull Break, guys. My name's been Angry Banjo. Thank you so much for tuning into our blind playthrough for Chrono Trigger. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. We're going to hopefully make our way further through this dungeon.